Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Noah Finn, and today I'd like to introduce you to a product that can change the life of college students forever. It's called HelloFresh. How many of you have ever stood in front of your fridge at 7 p.m. at night after a long day of classes and work and wondered what you're going to eat tonight? You thought and thought and thought, and by the time you came up with a solution, you just ended up ordering food. This is too expensive, this is unhealthy, and this is just the wrong way to do things. Most of us have experienced this more than once in our life. Between meal planning, grocery shopping, standing in checkout lines, and cooking from scratch, making healthy meals at home feels impossible sometimes. Today, I'm going to show you how HelloFresh can help us with this problem. It can reduce food waste, make you eat healthier, and even save you some money. So what's the initial problem before we even use HelloFresh? Well, HelloFresh had to fix this problem, and many college students don't have consistent access to nutritious, healthy meals because grocery shopping, meal planning, and cooking take up more time than they even have when they're studying and going to school. According to registered dietitian Lauren Maneker, in an article published by the Health magazine in April 2024, meal kit services help busy people overcome many of the barriers of preparing healthy meals at home. It is many people use it as a way to stay healthy as they continue to live their busy lives. Without a meal plan, students often skip meals, rely on fast food, or even buy groceries that end up spoiling before they even are used. I'm sure many of you have bought vegetables like seen here with good intentions of cooking them and making a healthy meal. Then you end up being too busy, you don't get to cooking them, and the next time you see them, they're spoiled and you have to throw them out. That's a complete waste of money. If you've ever stood in front of your refrigerator wondering what to make after a long day of classes, then you've personally experienced this problem. So what's the real harm of this problem in our health? Well, this problem doesn't stop with just not knowing what to cook. When students rely on fast food and convenience meals, they usually spend more money while eating foods that are less healthy for them than just a meal kit service. They end up having more calories, sodium, and many unhealthy fats that we aren't supposed to be eating. According to researchers Rebecca Polak and her colleagues in the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine, preparing foods at home is associated with healthy eating habits and an overall healthier and better diet. When cooking feels overwhelming, unhealthy habits quickly become of daily life for people, and that is why meal kits are here to save us. But what are the consequences of this harm? Well, if nothing changes and you keep eating out and you eat fast food and rely on convenience, quick meals because you can't afford or have time to make a healthy one, well, you end up wasting more time on takeout, wasting more money on takeout, throwing away unused groceries as already mentioned. You develop unhealthy eating habits that can stay with you for the rest of your life and even affect their academic performance, as nutritious healthy meals are directly contributing to a good academic performance. If you eat unhealthy, you will perform worse, and this is proven. According to the United States Department of Agriculture in 2024, the Food Waste Report says the average American wastes hundreds of dollars on food every year. Making meal planning one of the best and most efficient ways to counter this problem. Now imagine graduating college after spending thousands of dollars on takeout simply because it seemed too difficult to cook. Fortunately, there's a much better solution. What is the solution? Well, it's simple. It's HelloFresh. HelloFresh delivers pre-portioned ingredients directly to your door. With simple step-by-step directions on how to cook them, they are healthy, nutritious, and it should only take about 30 minutes for you to cook them. Instead of spending hours planning meals, grocery shopping, everything you need arrives in one box to your door. The ingredients are already measured, which means there's much less food waste compared to buying it in bulk at a grocery store. And because the recipes are designed to be easy to follow, even beginners can meal prep with confidence. Well, is HelloFresh the only meal kit service? No, that's why we have to compare it with the others. So, HelloFresh has over 100 meals to choose from, and you can choose whichever ones you want and whichever ones you prefer. While other meal prep services like Blue Apron have very few choices, as it's easier for them to produce that. HelloFresh is not like that. The main appeal for HelloFresh is you can skip it at any time. For example, if you're going on a trip to New York for a week, you wouldn't want your meal kits that week. It's a waste. You're not going to need them. Well, you can skip them anytime. The day before you go to New York, you can remember and be like, I'm going to skip HelloFresh this week. Well, with other meal prep services, you might have to order a month ahead to say that you're not going to have that week. And you're just going to have more flexibility with HelloFresh. Well, what's another appeal of HelloFresh? The main appeal with it is it's cheaper. Most meal kit services like Blue Apron are much more expensive, and they end up being the same price as if you just ordered every day. HelloFresh is not like that. You end up saving money on HelloFresh compared to other things. What's another? There's so many. What's another one? Beginner friendly. Compared to advanced recipes at Blue Apron where you won't know what you're doing, it can feel like when you're building something for your room. Sometimes you just feel overwhelmed. Sometimes even though you have the instructions right there, you still feel like you're lost. There's too many things to look at. HelloFresh does a great job avoiding that. And that is the whole point of HelloFresh, is it's beginner friendly. It has pictures for you to look at so you can see what you're making, and it's easy to make. What are the potential objections that people have to HelloFresh? What do people think is the problems with it? Well, some people might have a few concerns. The first one is the cost. People think it is too expensive. Well, HelloFresh obviously isn't free. It's often comparable to, or even cheaper than ordering at restaurants, as I've said before. It is also healthier than restaurants, and it has fresher meals than most restaurants. Another concern is, well, I don't even know how to cook. That's exactly who HelloFresh is marketed and created for. People who aren't experienced, but still want nice, fancy meals at their house. The recipe cards include clear instructions and pictures that make cooking simple and easy. Even if you've never prepared a meal in your whole life, it will be easy with HelloFresh. Finally, some people may say, oh, I hate being stuck in a subscription. This is not a problem with HelloFresh. HelloFresh allows you to skip deliveries, pause your account, or cancel the whole thing whenever you want. Well, let's visualize this with some reviews. I'd like you to imagine something. Imagine finishing a long day of classes knowing that a fresh, healthy dinner is already waiting for you in your home. Doesn't that sound amazing? Instead of stressing over grocery shopping or spending another $20 on fast food, you prepare a delicious meal like creamy garlic pasta or sweet chili chicken. Doesn't that sound great? It only takes 30 minutes. You save money, you waste less food, you eat healthier, and you actually have more free time to do what you want. You don't just have to imagine it either. One customer said, the recipes are easy to follow, the food is delicious, and I actually enjoy cooking now because everything I need is already there. Another customer shared, HelloFresh has helped my family save time and money every week while introducing us to new meals that we would have never thought to try. And the last customer wrote, since switching to HelloFresh, we waste less food, eat healthier meals, and spend less money on takeout. Well, I have a challenge for all of you. I want you all to visit HelloFresh.com, either using this .com or the QR code. Take a look at meal plans and choose one that fits your schedule the best. It's as flexible as you need. If you're a first-time customer, you can also take advantage of promotional discounts to even save some money. Try your first meal and experience how simple cooking can be with HelloFresh. The next time you're standing in front of your refrigerator wondering what's for dinner, don't let the stress make the decision for you. Let HelloFresh save you time, reduce food waste, and improve your health. Make dinner the easiest part of your day today. Thank you.